Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be creating some window covers for my car. That's right. Window covers for my car. When I'm on break at work and I sit in my car and I'm watching YouTube and I'm eating my food, the biggest annoyance in my way is when people are walking by me and I feel my privacy is disturbed. And also when it gets really, really hot during the summer. So, in order to do this, well, actually, you would think, why don't you just buy window covers on Amazon? I'm not dropping a band and a half in order to just block the sun from my fucking car. So, being the crafty individual that I am, I decided I'm gonna make my own. And that's what we're gonna do today. This isn't really a tutorial, this is more just like, hang out with me while I do this craft. And maybe it'll inspire you to do a silly little craft of your own. And maybe if you're gonna do this, make window covers for your car, maybe it'll show you what not to do, because I hope everything goes right, but that's not the way that the world works. Let's get into this. Let's talk about the supplies I'm going to use. I'm loosely following a tutorial of a YouTube short that I watched like weeks ago. I'm mostly winging this. So, first ingredient we're going to use is this insulation stuff that, I mean, this kind of looks like the inside of those car window covers. That I just found this at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever the fuck for, I think, $11 or $15 for this roll. 24 inches by 10 feet. I got 2 of these just in case. I think today I'm going to just start out with the window to my left. I'm going to completely finish one window, see how the process goes for that one, and then depending on how that goes, we'll do it with the other windows. Don't think we're going to be able to get to the back windshield very soon because this is not tall enough, but that's okay. I really only want it for the 4 windows on the side. Next, black fabric. This is just cotton fabric I got from Hobby Lobby. Nothing special. So basically, what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna trace the shape of my window. Basically, one side of it is gonna be this black fabric, that's gonna be the inside, and then the outside is gonna be this metallic insulation type thing to reflect the heat, and this is to keep it cool and dark. Originally, I thought I was going to use some aluminum foil to kind of create a mold of the shape of the inside of the window, but I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to go, so I've got the aluminum foil and the cardstock, and we'll just see how that goes. Tape, Sharpie, scissors. Let's just go. As you can see, I drive an Outback, Subaru Outback. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. My window has like this little part, so I don't know if that part's gonna get coverage. Is this even big enough? No. It's okay. We improvise. It's also really windy and cold, so perfect day to film something if you ask me, especially with paper outside. That's not gonna get annoying, I'm sure. Okay, wait, I like this. It's so windy! But it must get done today, it must. Once I get the pattern, I feel like it'll be smooth sailing. Because the sewing part is easy. It's just this part that's, you know. And also, this is like the outside of the window, so should I be doing the inside? Should I have watched a tutorial? I really have like the man disease of not wanting to like get help. Because I'm like, bro, I can just do it myself. Like, how hard can it be? But then it turns out it's really hard. Okay, it's getting somewhere. It's getting somewhere. Trust the process. I have an idea. I'm gonna tape this down, and then I'm gonna go inside my car, roll down the window, and trace it from the inside. God, I'm a genius. If the fucking tinfoil doesn't literally blow away. Alright. Kind of get the idea here. Guys, this is gonna be good. I want to have a window cover by the end of today. I'm just gonna kind of press it into the edges just to like ensure that it's fitted nicely. All right, I'm gonna get in through the passenger side and figure it out. I am rolling down the window. If it blows away, I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, I just rolled it down. Wait, okay. I'm gonna get an inside view. It's at this point that my mic cuts out for no reason, because of course it does. So basically all that happens at this point is I went inside my car, traced the outline of the window from the inside, and then I kind of went back outside of the car, trimmed the excess, and basically just took it off as carefully as I could, trying to go against the push of the wind. And I took it back upstairs to transfer it to a cardstock so that I had like a proper pattern for this cover, as if I would need to make another one, but you know, just in case. I like to preserve my patterns. So yeah, you'll see that in the next couple clips, but yeah, basically all I did was trace it and then take the pattern upstairs to work on it. So let's see how that pans out in these next couple clips. Alright, so basically I just take it upstairs, trim the edges, transfer it onto the cardstock, and as you can see, I add a couple inches to the edge of the pattern, which is kind of a mistake, and you'll see why. Oh, that's a bug I found on the floor. So basically, after I transfer it to the styrofoam, I take it back down to my car and I see if it'll fit, which I find that it is way too fucking big. So I just press it into the corners and basically get the new pattern. And as you can see, I wrote BL on one side of the pattern, which not that kind of BL, guys. It stands for black, as in black fabric, which I'm cutting out right now. Not pinning it or anything, literally just cutting out around the edge, and I'm adding about 1.5 inches of black fabric around the edge so that I have room to fold it over while I'm sewing. Alright, so we've got all of our pieces cut out. I've got the black fabric on the black fabric side. Basically, now what I'm going to do is, well, this keeps rolling up, so I'm going to pin it down, or clip it rather, because I don't want to poke holes in the insulation. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up as best I can. I'm going to line it up. To conceal these raw edges, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a simple little fold. I'm going to fold it once, touching the fabric, and then I'm going to fold it over once more onto the styrofoam, or whatever it's called. And then I'm just going to clip that. And then I'm going to do that same thing all around, and then we're going to sew. Let's do that. Alright, so we got our fabric all clipped down. Very nice and uniform. Hopefully even. All that's left to do now is to sew it. And I did already do a sewing test, just to see what settings I needed to do, see if it would even work. And it holds up pretty nicely. It's pretty sturdy. I did a stitch along the top here, and then I also did a stitch along the edge, just to ensure that it was nice and sturdy. And everything's all good, so all that's left to do now is sew, and then we'll have our finished product. So let's get to it. Oh, by the way, if you want to do this, my tension is at 4. My stitch width is at 5, and my length is at 2. And I'm just using a simple single stitch. And I'm going to try to go kind of slow so I don't cause the fabric to bunch up, because I really don't want to have to thread pick this. I'll finish sewing this, and then we will get to see the finished product. Let's go. It is done. Here she is in all of her glory. She is far from perfect, as you can see. Definitely harder than it looks. So let's just go see if she fits. It fits perfectly. I can just imagine on a hot summer day, popping this bad boy in, cranking up the AC, listening to some Tchaikovsky, just, you know? Look at that. Complete blackout darkness. I mean, it's hard to tell, it still looks kind of bright because all the other windows are still fully lit and it's the middle of the day. But hey, I mean, the privacy too. I can like read, draw. I mean, I could have done that before, but now I don't have to look at people's faces passing my car when I do that. Let's take a look at the outside as well. And here's what it looks like from the outside. Just full coverage. Sorry about the wind. Beautiful. That's gonna be the end of this video, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun. After this, I'm gonna make window covers for all the rest of the windows in my car. If I had to do anything differently about this project, definitely I would have probably skipped the part that I did in the beginning where I measured the outside of my window. Not really sure why I did that. We all make mistakes. Yeah, I probably would have just skipped that whole part, because back when I trimmed the insulation during the middle of the time lapse, I had realized that it was way too big, and I don't know how I did that. I traced the outside, which I think was already bigger than the inside, and I added 2 more inches. So don't do that if you're gonna do this project. What I would have done instead is I would have just taken a big block of the insulation, made sure it was enough length for the actual shape. I would have just gone inside there, pressed it into the window creases, and traced it with a Sharpie. Because that's exactly what I did when I went to go check if the original size was correct, which it was not. And that was much easier, and it actually worked. because it fit in the end. So that's what I would have done. And for this project, honestly, you could use like a really cute fabric if you wanted to. Like if you have a cute interior of your car. I'm pretty basic and I just went for like utility over looks because I'm basic with my car. I don't like anything really in it, unlike my office and my room. So I just went for black to keep the heat out and the light out. But you could do like some really cute fabric if you wanted to and add like a cute little moment to your car. That would be a vibe. Uh, Other than that, this project was really fun and it was really easy. And like I said at the beginning, when I was looking on Amazon for like car covers for my car or window covers for my car, a full set for like windshield, front windows, back windows, we're talking like $60 at least, not including shipping and tax. I was not about to do that. This project in total costed me about. This project probably costed me like $30. Um, and it truly only took like a couple hours to do that. So, if you're like me, extremely frugal and extremely crafty, and you don't want people to look at you while you're in your car in the parking lot, this is the project for you. So, but anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I had a blast. I hope you've been having a wonderful 2026. Yeah. See you in the next one. Bye.